That being said, though, we are going to go on the other side of the block. Keep talking about some NBA. We had All-Star weekend, All-Star night last night. Fun little exciting night for us NBA fans. Had a couple hiccups due to some players missing from some COVID related stuff, but just sit here and break the night down for a little bit. For one, I don't think it had anything to do with All-Star Weekend, bro, but that little basketball game between like 2 Chainz and Quavo, Jack Harlow, bro.
That was awesome.
Quavo, bro, Huncho Jack, bro, is out here giving buckets.
He should have been in the league, bro. I mean, like, he got his escape different way.
Three-star recruit
or whatever. No, I believe it. I mean, that man can ball. He flexes that all the time on social media, but he's not just flexing. Like, he's got game for sure.
I think he's got a celebrity game MVP too, or something like that. Back when they used to do that, but yeah, that was fun to watch. But that being said, let's break down kind of what happened yesterday night. I know, they started off. We had the Taco Bell's Skills Challenge, which went ahead and went to that man Domantas Sabonis, who, little skills for some big man and whatnot. It was
super. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but it was super interesting because they threw Rocco in there and Chris Paul, but the other 4 were all big men, and the big men dominated the challenge. I mean, Chris Paul and Rocco both were out first round. So shout out Domantas Sabonis. Get your trophies where you can. This is, for me, this is like my least favorite event of the All-Star weekend.
I mean, you're just coming up with an event to really come up with one. But I think, like you said, the 4 big men in that type of thing goes to show kind of what the league has turned into now. Yeah. Definitely seeing, 20 years ago, big men were just doing tip backs and dunks, and we're backing you down. These big men out here can handle the ball, can obviously shoot, so it's good. And big shout out to Sabonis too. I know he's been an all-star the past couple of years, but, that man can really cut from his dad's cloth, man. That dude's a baller, and like watching, see what he does for the Pacers. Next, though, we had the Mountain Dew 3-point contest. You got Steph Curry in a 3-point contest. Let me tell you something, bro. This dude was wet and shit. Mike Conley looked crazy for a minute.
Oh.
Jason Tatum, that little first round or something.
Up at 25, that first round. Huge performance from Jason Tatum right there. I mean, but, bro, come on. Like, Steph Curry, and he wet that shit up. It was 31 or 32 that second round he ended up hitting. I mean, just absolute showcase performance. I mean, they added that Mountain Dew ball, the deep ball on both sides, because of Steph Curry and arguably Dame as well. But I mean, that's just Steph's realm. Like, how do you not take him to win that?
Yeah, no, I definitely thought Conley had it there for a second.
Yeah, great showing.
Curry was looking a little iffy there for about a couple racks, but just like started wetting, bro. I mean, that's Steph Curry at the end of the day, greatest shooter of all time. Proved it. And like I don't know if the 3-point contest, at least now, holds as much weight as it might have once upon a time. I mean, Steph Curry's got all the accolades and whatnot, the ones that actually matter. So I guarantee he gives a shit or not whether or not he's got a 3-point contest trophy. But
I think it just cements that legacy, bro. I mean, we all know it's Curry, but I mean, to just
put look another 20 years, dude, put
another title towards it, just looks incredible. I mean, that's just awesome. I mean, I definitely think All-Star Weekend suffers a bit from not having in-house attendance with a crowd with a huge fan base there. I think the dunk contest hurt the worst from this because that's arguably the most hype event, and you got all types of celebrities usually all around the floor, etc. But I mean, for what it was, I think it was a great night. I actually didn't mind having everything jam-packed into one night. Sit down, get your whole thing. They were kind of moving through it, dude. Like, it was enjoyable. But yeah, 3-point contest wise, I mean, Mike Conley, shout out Jason Tatum. I thought he was gonna pull it, but then Chef put up like 25, 26 that first round. And that second round, he was like, all right, I go last for a reason.
What we think of that dunk contest, though? I'm telling you, hey, first of all, this man, Kenny Smith, every dunk was a 10. I fucking love Kenny Smith, bro. I really love Kenny Smith. He's got classic quips when it comes to the dunk contest. The let's go home and Superman's in the building. But I think the judges was tripping last night, bro.
I think it's way too easy to give out a 10. And you've been seeing just this wave on social media. This all started last year with D Wade. Gave out like every dunk that D Wade saw was like a 10. So this year, everyone was kind of weary. And like when they made it to that final round of the dunk contest, you didn't see the scores. Like they threw him up, but it's not what attributed to the winner. Like, so that's definitely
because of Dwayne Wade. That's
literally because of Dwayne Wade. So I mean, they're gonna have to figure that out a little bit there. I don't think every dunk is a 10. I mean, it's the same thing as like the GOAT conversation. Like we throw the word GOAT, greatest of all time, around so much. It's like there's obviously just one of those. Same thing with the dunks. I kind of compare it to that. Not every dunk is going to be a 10. But looking at the boys we got, bro, I think these three guys that they had all showcased just ups. Like literally just incredible vertical like range. Like they were getting up there.
That shit Anthony Simons did where he had the little tiny, he went up to like 12 foot. I don't think people realize, bro, that's not fucking easy to do, bro.
Well, see, that's the problem is he made it look too easy. The dude jumped up and grabbed a ball that was hanging at 11 feet and dunked it with force. Like, you can't even think about getting up that high. Like, he just made it look too easy. So I do think he lost a little bit of points there. As far as creativity goes throughout this dunk contest, I think it was all right. Like I said, this was a little bit of a weaker year for me. They really all just kind of showed off the hops. Shout out to the boy Anthony Simons for ended up getting that dub. That last dunk he had where he almost kissed the rim. He came real close, bro. If he would have made contact, that would have broke the internet for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was the best dunk. And, you know, I just wasn't too crazy about it. I was still hyped to watch it, but.
Yeah, I was like, he had a good little throwback dunk. You show some love to T-Mac. He threw the T-Mac jersey on. I think.
But see, again, for creativity, that's an absolute zero. You literally just copied it. I mean, the execution, being able to get up there and copy the dunk, you know, they played the side-by-side. That was hype, but literally no creativity. Just straight up copied them.
Yeah, I mean, I think besides that Anthony Simon, the kiss dunk, I think the best dunk of the night was the first dunk there by Cassius Stanley. I think he kind of got robbed a little bit. Obi had a good one, but yeah, I mean, that one, it sucks because A, there's only 3 dunkers, and 2, definitely you want the crowd there for a dunk contest.
Oh, for sure. It definitely helps.
I know Penny, Shaq, and D-Wade tried their hardest to make
it's not the same.
But just kind of
just star-studded floor, like I said. I mean, that's like where the celebrities go. It's like, let's all just be on the court for the dunk contest. It's usually like a extremely hype event. Shout out real quick, the boy Obi Toppin. I really like the dunk he had where he jumped over Julius Randle and his dad, who can toss some nuts around.
Yeah.
So it was not, his dad probably could have got up there, took second place in that competition. So shout out Obi. I think it was Cassius Clay or Obi Toppin. I don't remember, but they had one where they Cassius fucking Stanley, excuse me.
Muhammad Ali.
But they had one where they shot it up so it bounced. They caught the bounce, threw it off the ground, and then windmilled it. That was fucking sick. But again, like they were just making shit look too easy. These boys just jumped way too high. Like,
I don't know, bro. I call her Obi the way she be topping. It was fun to watch. Definitely, you know, just given the restrictions and everything that's kind of happened. I mean, I'm glad at the end of the day we at least got something. So I mean, it was fun to watch. I'm at least fortunate to have seen that. But this All-Star game, though, man, the big one, the event, Team LeBron, man. Team LeBron.
I wanted to talk about an absolute fucking dump fest from Team LeBron here. I mean, the scoring for the All-Star game, obviously they switch up all the quarters. They're individually scored. You win the quarter, your charity gets the money. And then fourth quarter, they added 24, RIP 2-4 right there. They added 2-4 to the score, play to the target score. And when they hit that fourth quarter, I mean, Team LeBron was up like 30, 40 points, bro. It was a wrap. Like, they shredded them every single quarter.
Yeah, you know, and I thought, you know, Team Durant from, you know, obviously having Embiid and Simmons. Well, Simmons was on LeBron's team, but definitely having Joel Embiid out. And the fact that I liked Durant's team better. Obviously, Kevin Durant wasn't there either, but I liked having their team kind of from a shooting standpoint. I definitely think they had a shooting. I think if Durant and Embiid were there, it might have been a different story. But I mean, one day LeBron is going to make a phenomenal GM/owner.
Oh yeah,
I think that's his goal after becoming a player, is being an owner. Because I mean, he's pretty much done that his whole career. Has assembled every single team he plays on every year. But gotta give a big shout out to this man, Giannis, man. 16 for 16. I know it's an All-Star game and whatnot, so he's getting easy looks, but
doesn't matter, bro.
A couple threes and just 100% with the field goal. third player in history behind Kevin Garnett and Michael Jordan to have won a Defensive Player of the Year, an MVP, and an All-Star Game MVP. So he's got his name in some pretty good company. But I mean, yeah, last year's All-Star Game to me was the best I've seen in a while, just because it felt so competitive.
Yeah.
Especially that last 5 minutes of that game. But I mean, this one, yeah, by the fourth quarter, they were just chucking up shots. I mean, it was pretty much over. It was fun to see them all out on the court and whatnot. But I think, if Durant and Embiid had been there for Team Durant, maybe could have made a better game out of it. But
100% agree with you. Shout out Giannis, like you said, literally perfect stat line, deserves the MVP. But speaking of the MVP, man, I wouldn't have been angry at all. They gave it to that man, Chef Curry, boy. I mean, we're talking about just lighting up the fucking court. At the end of the second quarter and the fourth quarter at the end, him and Dame were literally just pulling up from the logo, trading 1-2. I mean, giving the people what they wanted to see. Team LeBron was hype. I mean, it was just incredible to see them do that. But I think you're right. I mean, without KD, without Embiid, they lost Ben Simmons as well. I mean, just not too competitive. And everyone was worried about Team LeBron playing too much of small ball, not a lot of height, not a lot of big bodies. I mean, they literally just ran him over, outscored him.
Yeah, no, definitely did. But at the end of the day, it's another same thing I'll say with dunk contest. Overall, it's just fun to be able to watch that. At least they were able to pull something off.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of fans going crazy on Twitter and whatnot saying they just shouldn't even have made it happen. But it seems like for the most part, everyone, players, whatnot, had a good time. And I know I enjoyed watching it at home. So big shout out.
They donated so much money to charity, bro. I mean, incredible philanthropic event. I mean, boys gave out some money.
HBCUs, man, they doing a great thing out here. The NBA is really, really, I think, doing the politics thing, but in a very positive and, a good way. But, yeah, man.
Perfect.